Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala nabil kareem. Amma ba'd. We begin in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sustaining creator of the heavens and the earth, the one you and I come from, the one we will return to. He has no one, he needs no one. His last messenger is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. My dear respected brothers and sisters and elders and youngsters in Islam, inshallah today I want to talk about few topics on the lecture series 2. Yes, the series 2. Um, I'm gonna touch into a few topics. It might contain of test, companionship, how to benefit from the month of Ramadan, and what is Ramadan for those who don't know what Ramadan is, and maybe one more topic. So inshallah, no. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us to witness the month of Ramadan. Allah has made it to where we ourselves are granted to be, to spend Ramadan, great Ramadan, right? Allah blessed us. Allah has blessed each and every one of us to witness Ramadan, and there are a lot of brothers and sisters and youngsters and elders in Islam who have not been blessed to witness Ramadan, and we need to understand how do we take benefit from Ramadan. We just can't allow the month of Ramadan to go by and we don't do anything about it, and we don't do anything in general, right? Month of Ramadan, we need to comprehend that we are going through this month with the mindset that we're gonna fix ourselves and take one bad quality away from us and bring in good quality. But when we go into month of Ramadan, we are very emotional people. We go in there thinking that Allah will wipe all of our past sins, wipe all of our past sins, to where we will be able to be fine, right? Allah says, yes, I will wipe your sins in the month of Ramadan. Make it as if you have not committed those sins. But in order to do that, we have to put our effort, and we have to get close to the Deen and understand what what is the Deen says, what Deen does not say. We have to understand that concept. We can't just think that Allah is gonna forgive us and then we move on with our life, and the month of Ramadan goes by like nothing, and then we don't do any benefit, we don't get benefit from it, and we don't benefit other people with our services, right? Or Shaitan makes us think, in month of Ramadan, why do you have to do extra about that? Why do you have to do all that extra stuff? You're already standing in Taraweeh prayer, you're already praying in Salah, and you're already going through the fast. That should be enough. Meaning you allow yourself to think that. You're thinking that I'm fine, I'm doing great, I'm doing whatever, right? Our mindset is set to where we think whatever we're doing is basically enough. Our brothers and sisters and elders and youngsters in Islam are suffering, and then we are capable to help them, right? We're capable to help them. But because our mindset is set to, why do I need to help this brother? Why do I need to help this sister? Why do I need to help this youngster and this elderly person? I don't have a link with her, with him, with the youth, with the elderly person. I don't have any link with them. I don't know them personally. So I don't know how do I, why should I help them? I'm already praying my 5 daily prayers. I'm already doing fasting. I'm already going to Taraweeh, and I'm already whatever of Quran I'm reading. That should be suffice. The Prophet ﷺ used to help our brothers and sisters and elders and youngsters. And because he had a mindset that I need to help those brothers and sisters out. Meaning, if you were to go through this trial and tribulation and problems, wouldn't you want someone to help you? Wouldn't you want someone who will come and tell you, look brother, or look sister, look youngster, look elderly person, I'm gonna help you. I know you're going through this, comfort you and stuff. But in reality, we don't do that. We allow ourselves to think we're doing whatever we're doing in our capability is fine. Allowing our brothers and sisters and youngsters and elderly person to go astray. On the day of Qiyam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you, you were aware of this such Fulana person, and this person was doing bad. Why have you not stopped him, her, the youth, or the elderly person? We can't hide because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching. See, to benefit from Ramadan is to understand the amount of khidmat that we can do. It's rewarding to us, but we don't think like that. We think if we're gonna do some great act, we gotta get something in return, and then we will do great levels of work. We do great levels of work that we are doing. When you look at You know, some of the thing I want to chop on is test. Allah has put you through the test. But Shaitan also tells you before Ramadan that it's fine that you're fasting, that you're praying, that you're doing Taraweeh, and you're trying to keep a balance. And you don't need to do extra ibadat because that is going to be taking up your time. You have work, you have school, you have this, you have that. But when you look at the Sahaba Ajmaeen and you look at the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they were very busy and they have a very busy life, but they make time for the deen and Allah has blessed them and put barakah in their life. Meaning they can put barakah, Allah can put barakah in your life, but in order to do that, you have to understand when you do something, you have to do it in the right way. You can't just let it go inside. We think emotionally, so we think that we want a result of something that, which to get a result, we have to understand the results that we're gonna get. It's not gonna come without us putting an effort into it, without us understanding where we are from, and regardless of what's going on. So, you know, so how do we benefit from the month of Ramadan? I mentioned it maybe in the first lecture series. I said the Quran. Quran. We have to understand the Quran. Quran is one. Salah, devotion in Salah, and clear your mindset. Third, doing good acts of right such act. Fourth, knowledge. Fifth, refraining from things that are bad. Right? Right. So these 5 components need to be in you in the month of Ramadan. But the benefiting from Ramadan, we can't allow the Ramadan to go by. We can't expect Ramadan to just like go very away. See, we're very emotional. We will very like one first week we will be energetic to do a lot of ibadat. We will go ahead and do a lot of ibadat. We will go ahead and do a lot of things. But when the second week comes, we are very weak. We are very weak to where we will not do extra ibadat because we think whatever we're doing, it's enough. It's never enough. Imagine if you were to die tomorrow. Imagine you would not be able to wake up for Salatul Fajr. What would you do? How would you feel? That if you were to die and Allah knows that you're going to die at a certain timing and you did not be able to finish the month of Ramadan because when you were, the last act you did was the act that it was really, really bad. Or it was just a small little act that you did which you did not take the benefit from Ramadan. We don't know when we're going to die. Brothers and sisters and youngsters and elders in Islam, we have to wake up. We think we are going to be alive for a long time. We think because we are young, we are healthy, or we are good, then it's going to be fine. But in reality, it's not. We don't know if we're going to be alive. So take this month serious. And take it like as if it's your last Ramadan and your last Salah that you're praying. And don't think, oh, I might be awake tomorrow and that. Think about death and then think that this might be my last fast. This might be your last Taraweeh, last prayer, last ibadat I will do at all. Think like that and do a lot of ibadat so you can gain the reward and you can benefit from the Ramadan. Don't allow Ramadan to just go by. See, Allah is putting us through a test because Allah knows, He wants to see, do we love Allah and His Messenger Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? Or are we just uttering words out of our mouth thinking that we're fine? I'm saying I love the Prophet. I love the Prophet. If you say you love the Prophet, doesn't mean you love the Prophet because the action does not show it. If you love Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala, you are refrain from things that are bad. But unfortunately, we bend the rule. We're bending the rule. I'll give you an example. If a car has a suspension, you can mess up your suspension in your car because we have to understand that when we do certain things, we have to understand that we are really if you mess up your suspension, it will be bad for your car, but your car will not function properly, or it will just be really bad for your car in general when you drive. So that's how we have to be. We can't bend the rule. But we have to understand that Allah has put guidelines in front of us. If we stay in the guidelines, we do things but Allah is pleased with, Allah will put barakah anyways. But if you were to do things in Ramadan which Allah has forbidden us from doing, and we have a rational reason, we are very so emotional, we will just come up with some things, then we're doing zalti, we're hurting ourselves. We're allowing what Shaitan wants us to do in the month of Ramadan is to get away from the deen, go away from all the action, go away from the problems that are happening, right? See, that's what Shaitan does. It works on you, your nafs, your mindset, and your whole body. So that way, when the Ramadan comes, you yourself will do it automatically. You'll be in the habit of doing bad things that it will not even affect you when you do it, and you will not even realize you're doing it until someone tells you or tell you, uh, like take the blindfold off of your face, because you're blinding yourself thinking that you're doing great justice to society, great justice to society, great act, but in reality you're not doing anything. You're allowing yourself to think. You think you're a fool. You'll be a fool if you think you're doing great act, but in reality you're doing harm to your society, harm to yourself and your family. The test that Allah puts you through and is to make you stronger, so that you can tackle these issues, tackle these problems, tackle these things that are happening. So we have to understand month of Ramadan, benefit from the Quran, knowledge, good action, good action, refrain from things that are bad, and you know, try to gain knowledge. If you can keep these 5 components into yourself in the month of Ramadan and have a habit of doing it after Ramadan, then you will be successful. Success is not wealth. It's not the stage you get. It's not the recognition that people are going to recognize you in the community, because that won't matter. You're going your cover. You're going your cover, and you will not be able to. We will not be able to do anything with the wealth. You will not be able to do anything with the status you have. The people recognizing you, it will mean less. It will mean nothing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to understand, when we are in this month of Ramadan, take the benefit as much as we can. And another thing is companionship. Try to have good companionship and make that to yourself, that I'm going to hang around people that are benefiting me, meaning I'm getting closer to Deen, and bringing me closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not those people who are going to drag me far away, see my hand, far away from the Deen. Because there are brothers and sisters, they will abuse you. They will use you and take you far away from the Deen. When you are in that point of going off the cliff, they will not be there to save you. They will not be there to save you, meaning they will allow you to jump off the cliff. Meaning you will jump into a pit of blackness. You will corrupt yourself so bad. They will allow you to go ahead and corrupt yourself. Meaning you will like a virus. You're jumping and you know there's going to be a virus there, like a computer, right? You have a laptop and computer. You know these websites have virus. They make it so beautiful. They paint a picture in your head that you're going to win something, you're going to gain something. But in reality, you click on it and the virus goes onto your laptop and your computer. These brothers and sisters and elders and youngsters in Islam, even people in Islam, they do that. Doesn't matter whoever you are around, if they're going to paint a picture to you thinking that you're doing great work and you're doing great things, but in reality, you're going to go off the cliff, they won't stop you. They won't care for you generally, because they won't care for your health. They won't care for anything that's going on with you. You have something that is valuable for them, and they want to use you. We have to kind of like sink that in before we go and try to make friends. I'm not saying don't talk to them. Go ahead and talk to them, but do not get so attached to those brothers and sisters who are dragging you far away from the Deen. The Deen is something that we shouldn't be going away from. We should be getting closer. I bring my hand here, right? You bring closer. But in reality, we're not doing that. And it's very sad. We allow brothers and sisters, even our brothers and sisters in our community, allows us to go off the cliff, knowingly they know what we're doing is wrong, knowingly that we know that we're doing something wrong, and knowingly they know that this is going to be harmful for us or harmful for them. They won't still care, because they are knowing that you have something that they want. So you give them what they want, and they'll throw you on the side like a mosquito. You flick a mosquito, we don't know, but the mosquito might feel pain. But because we are going through some pain, because of our our self thinking that we're doing good, we're not. Companionship is a very, very big thing. It can break us because we were very attached to some people and then they hurt us and we will not expect it, or it can drive us far away from the Deen. And the other topic I want to jump into, inshallah, is it has to do with death. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. I've done a topic before Um, death can come. Death can come upon each and any one of us. We don't know when we're gonna die. Just because you're healthy, just because you're young, and just because you are healthy, and just because you are doing some exercise and you're good able to do it, that doesn't mean Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not take your soul away. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will know when someone is gonna die, who's gonna pass, right? But it's when we leave this world, we need to leave a legacy behind which people will be motivated to do good. So if you're doing good, and people watch you, look at you, say, "Whoa, Falana has done such a great act that we now are motivated because there he's gone. We are motivated by his action that we're gonna go ahead and do some great work. We're gonna get into the great field. We're gonna do some great things." Right? What if you die tomorrow and no one has nothing to say good about you? They have a negative vibe from you, negative to say about you. Negativity came out of you, nothing but no positive stuff came out of you. Negative stuff came out of you. How can you tell Allah? Allah will ask you, what was your point? What was your purpose in this dunya? To spread negative, hate? You can do that. You will be no better than those people, brothers and sisters who are doing being negative all the time. See, when you're negative, you're only gonna see negative stuff. If you're in that vibe of negativity, you're gonna only feel negative stuff around you. Let's say something benefit is happening to you, beneficial things or good things are happening to you. You will not see the good things that are happening to you. You will only see the bad things that are going on. You will nitpick things. That this was not done properly, but you will not look at the bigger picture that Allah has blessed you with so much things, wealth, health, family, wife, kids. This can be taken away, snatched away. Brothers and sisters all over the world right now, or third world country, are losing their children, their wives, their family relatives. And we are blessed to be around our family, but we don't take advantage of our family. We don't spend time with our family because our family is not important. Our family is not our friends. We don't realize it. Brothers and sisters, you have to take advantage of your family, because if they do to die tomorrow, you will be regretting that I did not spend time with my brother, I did not spend time with my sister, I did not spend time with my grandpa, my nana, nani, dada, dadi, and all my relatives, my siblings, brothers and sisters, and elders and youngsters in Islam. I know how it is. My brother has passed away, and I want you guys to think this. I did not get the chance to spend as much as time with him that I wanted to. I regret that after he passed away. May Allah be pleased with him. Meaning you can't just wait for something bad to happen to realize that what I did was wrong. Because you blind yourself to think you're doing such a great act, such a great thing, but you're not doing anything except hurting yourself, and you're distancing yourself from your family. We need to wake up and think, if our family is hurting us, why are they hurting us? Does it matter? No, it shouldn't matter. You will get emotional. You will get hurt because my own brother, my own sister, my own mother, my own father putting me through to pain. But you're going to think like this. My mom was the one who had me. My mom carried me, and where she felt the pain of the birth. माओं के पैर के नीचे जन्नत है. माओं के पैर के नीचे जन्नत है. Yeah. And under your mom's foot is Jannat. Treat her like a queen. She's the queen of the house. She stayed awake when you were sick. She changed your diaper. She fed your food. She made dua for you so you can become successful in life. Meaning we did what we did, but because of our mom's dua, we are where we are. It's none of our credit. We can't take the credit for our mothers. I say this to everybody. Go give your mom a hug. It's month of Ramadan. Try to spend time with your family. Try to have the family vibe that I'm going to spend more time with my family, and understand why. Because maybe you're not going to be alive tomorrow. Maybe you're going to die. Allah knows when you're going to die. Understand all this is not just, I'm going to speak and then, you guys going to be motivated just because listening to me. No. Shouldn't be because I'm telling you. Shouldn't be anything of that. The mindset should be that I'm going to keep that in mind, that I might not be alive tomorrow. Death might come upon me. And the things that Allah has profaned us, told us not to do it, do not do it at all. Do not commit it, do not do it. Right? What he says? Music is haram. Don't say, oh, music is halal. Akhi, we can listen to the Islamic songs. Allah has forbidden us from listening to music. Why in the world do we go ahead and listen to music anyways? Because we think that the music is giving us soothing, but in reality it's harming us. Listening to things that are not going to benefit you in the jabbar, it will not matter to you and it will not matter to anybody else. You get emotional because you think that mentally the music that's being played is so amazing. But what is so amazing about music is garbage. You're putting filth, you're rolling in filth, and you're allowing yourself to think you're feeling amazing. How can you feel amazing from something that Allah has prevented from you doing in the first place? It's haram, right? The Quran should be something you should be listening to. Lectures, nasheeds, not. They motivate you to become closer to Allah, to the deen, because the message in there is something positive. The vibe that come out of it was really positive. And understand that test, death, right? Good actions, knowledge, right? And positivity, positive vibes is what we should have in this month of Ramadan. Let's change ourselves. Let's make ourselves understand that we're throwing ourselves off the cliff. We're allowing ourselves to fall off the cliff. And we're not going to be able to come back to the deen because it might take a long time. Because our body, our mind, our eyes, our mouth, our hands, our physical movement is all being done based upon what we are thinking. We think negative, we're going to do negative stuff. We're blinding ourselves to go on to the Jahannam, the hellfire. You're going to burn yourself and you're going to say it's fine. Akhi, I burned my hand. I'm going to put my hand on the stove again and burn it. That's nothing. We feel the pain for that. The pain in the hellfire is going to be worse. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from the hellfire and grant us paradise. But in order to bring that into our life, we have to think that we might die tomorrow. What will people think of me? What will people say about me? What would my legacy be left behind? Who is going to be saying good things, bad things? If everybody's just going to say bad things about you, then it's no good. They say that if you don't have anything better to say for a person who passed away, don't say anything at all. But we need to be a role model for our youngsters, our youth, or people who are going away from the deen, and understand this mindset. Allah has blessed us to know that the best thing is knowledge. Knowledge can take us so many places, so many levels. But if you learn the knowledge and you don't apply it to your life, and you don't tell people about it, like your knowledge, you don't spread the knowledge, then your knowledge is wasteful. It's useless. There's no point of you gaining the knowledge. You might as well just not have the knowledge of anything at all. And honestly, brothers and sisters, I don't want you guys to run through the whole month of Ramadan not knowing, gaining knowledge, and you just lock it up and you're not going to use the knowledge. Knowledge can be definitely beneficial for us, and knowledge can also harm us. So I talked about companionship, I talked about death, I talked about test, and how to benefit Ramadan. So let me go over the things that we should be benefiting. The Quran, understand the Quran, the meaning of the Quran, so that we can definitely connect with it, so we can benefit from the Quran. Salah, and devotion is Salah. And then we have good acts. We gotta do sick for you gotta have the niyat for doing good act. And then you have knowledge. Spread the knowledge after gaining knowledge. If you have some benefit in knowledge. And then we gotta always think like this: the death can come upon us. And then think this might be our last fast, last prayer, last sauce, breath. The last breath we will breathe, right? So we have to understand. My dear respected brothers and sisters and elders in Islam, if I have said something wrong, I apologize sincerely from the bottom of my heart. If I said something beneficial, it's not from me, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jazakallah for watching the second lecture series. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be trying to upload as much as I can lecture series. Jazakallah for all the support. My name is Ali Sayyid. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.